The Missouri Department of Natural Resources calls them chronic violators. It's right here on the website. These are people at public drinking water systems who have consistently failed to do mandatory testing, which is required every month. These 24 independent water systems are a mix of resorts, neighborhoods, churches. There's even a senior center on the list. The owners were sent multiple violation notices and certified letters. So what does this mean? If they're not testing every month, then we don't know what's in the water.
I didn't know that we were supposed to be doing it.
Janine Plumley with Ozark Beach Resort says for years she was unaware she had to do monthly tests for bacteria. It was brought to her attention, and now she knows her resort is on the state's chronic violators list. For the last 6 months, this place has been under a boil order.
It is frustrating. I have to tell everyone that enters the park.
Is your water safe to drink?
Yes. I've drank it the whole entire time and not boiled it.
But Plumley has had samples with concerning results.
That doesn't mean that it has E. coli. That just means it could be the starting of some form of pathogen.
Because of that positive result, she must collect more samples from different places and submit those to the state on time, or it's another violation.
It's a lot for a business owner when you have so much to do.
She has what's called a corrective action plan with DNR. She's in the process of installing a new $12,000 chlorination system. It should be up and running in a few weeks.
I could have done better, but they could do a lot better too, trust me. They can make it easier.
There were 7 months last year when the lodges at Table Rock Resort did not submit samples. I reached out asking for an interview and was told our association was previously ran by a management company who was not submitting these test results, and we were unaware of this. We have let that management company go effective February 28th. And now under new management, we have gotten this corrected. Down the road, Victory Point Resort is also on the chronic violators list. No samples submitted for 5 months last year, and that has continued into 2025. I reached out for comment and have not heard back.
It's important for customers of any water system to know their water quality results. So when they're not sampling, when these water systems aren't sampling, they can't say for sure what their water quality is.
Chronic violators make up less than 1% of the nearly 3,000 Missouri public water systems. Also on the list, Kimberling Area Senior Center. Last year, there were 4 monitoring violations. Following those violations, these public notices were on display. A few months ago, coliform and E. coli were detected from the kitchen faucet, but DNR tells us the latest test checked out fine.
Their most recent samples were negative for total coliform, so no bacteria were found in those samples.
Senior Center leaders told me in an email the issue has been resolved. Then there's Ozark Park Estates in Branson. The last time DNR got a monthly sample from here was in November. Coliform was detected. That could increase your chance of getting a waterborne illness, but it's not clear where in the park the sample came from. And before that November sample, the previous one was from February of 2023. There's a long list of monitoring violations that go back to 1986.
For Ozark Park Estates, that's actually one system that we actually do have an enforcement because they, as you mentioned, that there's a number of months where they haven't submitted water samples.
Do you have the power to shut them down?
We do not. If it's an entity that's also regulated by the health department, we could potentially work with the health department and they might have a little more authority in closing certain functions down.
Here's the administrative order that says this community is in violation of the Missouri Safe Drinking Water Law. All water systems must pay yearly fees. Ozark Park Estates hasn't paid in years and owes $832.91.
Well, I'm not real happy about it. I'm trying one step at a time to get it back. They're working with me. They're really great.
That's Dawn Drew.
I drink it. I'm fine.
She's lived here for about 20 years and says she's volunteering her time to get things right. The folks here own the lots, but there's a monthly maintenance fee, and she says many do not pay.
How many lots do you have here?
49 properties.
And you collect
$30 a month. It's like, come on, people. That is going to be paid very soon. Thank you, Jesus.
How?
I got people, I've been making phone calls.
Is your water here safe to drink?
Yes.
What makes you so confident?
Because we go down and test the chlorination every day.
We tagged along with her to the well house. DNR tells On Your Side this system chlorinates because it's a grandfathered well.
We don't have money to get a new system. And you set it right there and you hope not to spill it. Ah, there we go. See, it's already starting to turn purple. That's good.
Is it safe to drink the water there?
Yes, there's no concern right now for that. But again, we want to have the water quality results.
And you do this every day, rain or shine? Does it get old?
Very. But you got to do it. Somebody has to do it. No one else will do it.
Drew says she'll start submitting those monthly samples to DNR. Systems can get removed from the chronic violators list if they submit monthly samples on time every month. If you're staying somewhere this summer, how do you know the water is safe to drink? You can plug in that water system's name on the DNR website, and then after this page, it will show you violations if there are any. For On Your Side, I'm Ashley Reynolds. Check out these devices. Can you spot the camera in this photo frame? It's right here. And this alarm clock, look at this. You have to take it off. It's right there. Smoke detector, right here. The key fob is right here. The creeps have plenty of tools to watch you when they shouldn't. We asked private investigators to show us their skills on how to find these cameras so you can better protect your family on your next vacation. On Your Side placed a few cameras throughout a home and let the pros get to work.
This one seems to rate well. This one seems to rate well too. And these are both on Amazon.
Kenny Van Horn with Moses Consulting can find out if someone's watching you. And he says you can too with these detectors.
Around $70 some. This one here is $1,900. This one here picks up cell phone signals, RF signals, GSM signals.
His gadgets even picked up my microphone.
Okay,
This is just a passive. She turned her mic on.
that's because I turned it on.
Okay.
So you want it off? You want it off?
I mean, we have to, I think. Yeah, we can.
Okay.
He says you should first slowly walk around the house. This takes time.
Here's one obviously right there.
Ask yourself, where would I put a camera?
If I was going to put a camera here, I would put it in front of these seats.
Wall decor, mirrors, books, you name it. A camera can go there.
These thermostats will have cameras in them too. This one does not.
It's not easy to find some of these things because they can be located in a smoke detector, they could be located in a picture, and so much as a little screw in the wall.
Private investigator Jim Moses with Moses Consulting says hidden cameras are more common than you might think.
Back in the day when somebody wanted to view adult material, they went to a peep show or they had to go to an adult bookstore. Well, today, let's face it, all they need is their telephone.
So we're not being paranoid.
I think you should be judicious and just be aware of what can be. You don't want to be naive, but you don't want to be overly paranoid either.
There's a camera right there.
Bingo.
Something about the key fob.
And he found this one in the living room in a key fob.
So this is the camera?
Here's the camera right there. See, that would be hard to detect.
Both Vrbo and Airbnb rentals can have disclosed outside cameras. Inside hidden cameras are banned. And if they're found in a closet, bedroom, or bathroom, it could be criminal.
In a bathroom, you're basically going to be looking up top in the vents. To get you in a shower, it'll be something like this.
Kenny found this one in the bedroom.
I see it right here. There's that one.
Look at it. See what it is. If it looks funny to you, don't plug it back into the socket. Put it under something.
There are dozens of hidden camera detector apps. I tried 2 for under $10 and
No camera found. 0 stars.
the other one found several Wi-Fi networks, but we don't know which ones are cameras unless it would be named that.
Those apps are absolutely probably not going to perform as well as the radio equipment.
If you find a camera where it shouldn't be, call police and talk to them before you touch it. They might want fingerprints. Take photos, move your stuff out of its view.
If you ever find one of these in your room, I would definitely take the card and take the device.
Do your homework about where you're staying. Read reviews.
Don't look at the 5 stars. Look at the 1 and 2 stars and see what's going on.
A good old-fashioned flashlight might do the trick, and even the one on your phone will work. When the lights are out, hidden cameras often have green or red LEDs that will shine or blink. I'll put a list of those recommended detectors on our news app. For On Your Side, I'm Ashley Reynolds.
Because I got that when I was young, thinking I was prepared.
For nearly a half a century, Dolores Evans thought her passing would not be a burden for her niece, Shree.
A ripoff.
When did she knock on your door? How long ago was that?
About 44 years ago.
Decades ago, a woman was in the neighborhood selling prepaid funerals. Dolores says she paid $10 down and $10 a month until her account was $800. On June 3rd, 1999, she got this certificate from the National Prearranged Services showing that her funeral is paid in full. Her money would sit in a trust and grow, or so she thought.
I didn't know there was a problem or anything.
26 years later, just a few weeks ago, at 91 years young, she got this letter in the mail saying her contract is no good. Here's a check for $599.11.
$599 is a drop in the bucket, you know, when there's 6,000 now.
There's a lot of people going to be hurt on this. And, you know, the public needs to be aware of what could happen.
So what happened? The FBI calls the National Prearranged Services prepaid funeral contracts a Ponzi-like scheme. It started in Missouri with nearly 100,000 customers in 16 states. The men behind it stole $500 million from people like Dolores. Customer funds were not kept safe in bank trusts or with insurance policies, but instead used for risky investments and employees' personal expenses. James Doug Cassidy, who was once a Springfield attorney and business owner, led the fraudulent enterprise. More than a decade ago, he and 5 others, including his son, were sentenced to a total of 36 years in prison on more than 40 counts of fraud, money laundering, and related crimes.
Well, they went to prison. Well, they should if they embezzled the money.
I mean, Auntie's not the only one. You can imagine how many people got taken.
Funeral homes, financial institutions, and state insurance guarantee associations have all paid a price. NPS was liquidated in 2008. It took about 2 decades to sort it out.
The money that they have is being split up.
That's Donald Otto. He's the executive director of the Missouri Funeral Directors and Embalmers Association.
Any idea how many Missourians got these checks?
No, we don't. I wish we did.
If you got a check, your prepaid plan is no good.
And it's unfortunate that there's not money there to reimburse these consumers wholly.
Danielle Kincaid with the Elder Law Group says after this funeral fraud case, Missouri laws changed.
Not anything that we want to see happen again.
There's better transparency. Your money for prepaid funerals has to be with a bank or other financial institution, and they have to tell you where. Funds must be handled by specific regulations. But experts we talk with are concerned about these checks. There's only so much time to cash them.
We have some people that are 80, 90 years old. They might be in a nursing home. They might be in a hospice. Who's even going to see that check?
And it's heartbreaking, and I cannot imagine, you know, this woman's still living.
Yes.
So she's aware that she needs to make other plans. I cannot imagine the heartache of a family whose loved one has passed away. They think everything's in place and come to find out it's not.
That's terrible, because if something happened to Auntie, I wouldn't know.
If you have an NPS plan and got a check, this could impact your government assistance like Medicaid. So talk with your state or financial advisor. Now, if you have an NPS plan and did not get a check, chances are your funeral home will honor the contract and eat some of the cost. There's a partial reimbursement program for funeral homes. Call your funeral home to double check this. Also, there's a website and a 1-800 number if you have questions. I have that information on our news app.